Oh, Doug. Doug.
Oh, you thought I didn't pay the light bill, but I did.
Yeah, you're all good, buddy.
I'm all good. Okay, I'm showing up good. Okay.
You look good. As
Oh
always,
yeah,
the
thank you.
classic. Only
Apparently
you
so, because the comment last night said so.
only you can wear a green shirt with a green screen, buddy. Maybe
and
you could be.
yeah, that was poor planning on my part. I will admit.
That's all right. You're good. You're all good, buddy. Oh, how's
Nice.
everybody doing tonight? Coming to you live as always, After Hours Live. Coming to you from our favorite two free speech platforms. YouTube as well now. We might cave a little just to see what happens. I don't know. They're going to boot us. They're going to boot us off.
They might. That's true. They might.
Oh,
maybe
my
not.
goodness. But if you haven't had a chance, oh, my goodness. If you haven't had a chance, just make sure you give us a follow on Rumble and X. Oh, my God. Follow us on X for at Cav Literature, at Doug Brown 5000, and, of course, on Rumble here at After Hours Live. Buddy, you gotta make sure you just come in with us, buddy, and give us a follow. Subscribe to us on YouTube at After Hours Live Show. We might as well cave to the man. No, I don't know.
Yeah, might as well. I've got a technical question. How would I change my main name just to Producer Doug? I should have done that to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As a producer, you're kind of technologically retarded, buddy.
I know. I think that'd be considered false advertisement. I think that's what that is. Yeah.
No, man, no. You're good, man. It's all good in the hood.
Oh, my God. Does everybody know just what a challenge it is to be on 2 nights in a row? This proves our dedication to our fans.
Look, we
2 nights in a row.
It's
or maybe,
because
there was one night in the middle. There was one night, but
there was just a little break night. But no, what I'm telling you is just like we said last show, buddy, is that it's just the news is flowing, man. It's flowing, and we got a lot to talk about tonight as usual, buddy. Had the Senate hearings.
I know. There's just so much going on. It's like I feel like we need to go on tonight. There's just too much going on.
Oh,
my boy, JFK's nephew, trying to rake him across the coals.
Oh,
just showing their ass.
Look, I mean, we can definitely, let's start with RFKJr. and some of the stuff that's just going on because, the Democratic senators are all, I think he's doing a fantastic job, if you ask me.
I love it. Yes. I think so. Well, he's worried about the health of people in the country, and the fact that they don't stand up for him just shows you that all it is politics. They don't care what he says. Once you went to the other tribe, you're completely just against them all. That just kills me.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is it. It's one of those things where it's like, he's bringing up valid questions.
He really is. And
well, it's like billions of dollars that we spend on Obamacare and Medicare and we have the least healthy outcomes in the developed world.
That's right. That's exactly right. I mean, if he was on their side saying the same thing, they'd be like, oh, that's right. They would be asking him questions. Oh, I mean, yeah, we need to do something about the health of this nation. And the fact that they don't care what he says, they're just completely against him. That's all they needed to know. Completely against him.
Well,
and he's saying the same things they were saying years ago about unhealthy diets. Remember, they're the ones that outlawed the big gulp in New York. Can't be having any big, Coca-Colas and Pepsis. Those sugary drinks are terrible. But all he's doing is just basically saying what they loved like a year ago, and now they just hate him.
Well, of course, and it's all still part of the. Democrats need to get the message, right? That
you think
it's like, look, you guys, y'all lost for a reason, buddy. But yeah, speaking of that, let's straight from the hearing,
Oh my gosh, look at that cartoon.
He's right.
Yeah. I can't hear that on my end, but I saw it.
Can't hear what on your end?
I can't hear what he's saying. I know what he's saying, but because I watched it, but I can't hear it on my end. It's like he's muted on my side.
That is. We didn't need to hear from him.
I mean,
I didn't stop the video in time. I give people free plugs here on After Hours Live.
I mean, he is talking about what is the one thing we're doing that we weren't doing years ago? All this process, all this sugar, all this bad stuff that we love. And he's just trying to, is there a tie between our diets and autism? Is there a tie between our, dementia?
Well, the questions need to be asked.
They do. They absolutely do. Because this stuff just didn't, this really has all popped up, honestly, in the last 20 years. It's become an epidemic.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And like RFK says, I don't know.
Yeah, hey, why don't we try to find out instead of assassinating me in front of your kangaroo hearing?
Yeah, wait a minute, dude. Don't use that word with a Kennedy. All right, we've had enough of that. Quite enough of that. Don't. Wait, think of a different term, but you are right.
Questioning my integrity. How about that?
That's right. Yeah, don't question his integrity, buddy.
The A word's a little. Did I say assassinate?
You said it. Yeah, you said.
Oh no! Oh no! I can't believe I didn't catch myself.
Oh my God! I think I need a little light on. There I go. Look, now I look better, buddy.
Oh no! Okay, how about this? He's come up with some good points. Do they have to shoot him down? Oh, that's not good either. Wow, that's even a worse. Wow, I don't know.
Yeah, well, and they need to get on it because look, it's it's the questions that need to be asked because we do it.
Absolutely.
We spend 3 times more on healthcare in most cases than every other developed country in the world and have shittier outcomes. It's ridiculous,
We've come up with this fantastic vaccine in the last 5 years. Still got this crap running everywhere. Everybody in my family's got it. I had it. I've had it. I know the wife has it now because she can't taste or smell. And I'm like, well, apparently it's affected your thoughts too.
Yeah.
That's why you crazy. That's why you crazy, because you got the COVID.
You got the COVID, buddy.
Yeah, she would beg to differ. She's like, I know COVID didn't cause your dementia because you had dementia years before COVID came along.
Right. And let's check in with the chat real quick. Oh my goodness. Got Spy joining us on Rumble. Glad to see you. Come on in.
Yes.
Welcome it out, buddy.
I'm trying to respond I was trying to respond back. Don't worry. We're still here. It's just hard to do that and keep my flow going, because that's called multitasking. That's real hard at 60 to multitask.
Well, that's you're lucky you remember to go to the bathroom on time.
I'm telling you, it's all I can do to stand up and pee at the same time.
See, this is why the show has trouble, buddy. Is we got a producer that doesn't know technology. I don't know what.
I mean, when I tell y'all that I basically had no social media until George calls me up and goes after hours, I had basically no social media, anything. And I was always scared too, because I'm like, well, if I sign up for all this and go in there, I'm going to be up half the night looking to see what people are putting online. And that's exactly what's happened. That's exactly what it is.
And we're just, oh my goodness, man. It's everybody give Drunk Doug kudos, though. Look at this production you put on, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, right. That is some real charity. Want to talk about charity? George is throwing me some charity right now. Oh my gosh.
We're not throwing charity.
You know how the war on poverty was all the charity that came about in the 60s?
Yeah.
Now the war on incompetence is what you're doing for me now.
Oh, Lord.
Charity.
Oh, we got a call. It might even be east of the Rockies. I'm not sure. And everybody, hey, if you want to call in and be part of the show, by all means, 504-500, snag the number right there on the bottom for you. Who we got on the line here?
Grim.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Welcome in, Grim. That's awesome.
How did your normal answer happen?
Hang on one second, buddy. I'm you know what happened? Now how you doing?
What happened?
Where you calling from? East of the Rockies, buddy?
Oh yeah.
East of the Rockies, you're on the air, buddy. What do you
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Who we got on the line
How
with
you
us?
guys doing? How's producer Doug? This is
Graham. Nice to talk, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. I'm just putting right along.
No. Oh, well, where you calling from, bud?
Yeah. I don't give that information out. You know better than that.
Okay.
We won't tell.
This is deep state type shit, buddy. That's
you can say that. Nobody's gonna know because probably nobody's listening.
Right.
You can tell us.
Now I looked at the chat. There's at least 3 other people in there.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Well, what's going on tonight? Did you? Well, I tell you what. We got snowed in like a bitch here in New Orleans, and
yes,
the Gulf Coast. That was an incredible picture, man. The satellite photo of the entire Gulf Coast blanketed in snow.
Man.
Of America, yes, absolutely.
So, see, I'm narrowing it down for people who are trying to locate you, buddy. Did you get no?
No.
Okay, all right, we've narrowed it down. He's not on the Gulf Coast.
He's somewhere between the Gulf Coast and Illinois. Okay.
Well, what you want to talk about tonight, buddy?
Man, what is up with the Democrats? Holy hell.
Oh, are you kidding me? They are just that's what's up, buddy.
When Biden, I watched it when Biden was trying to confirm his his picks and everything else. I watched that as well. Yeah, I try to stay politically minded, so to speak. And the Republicans at least asked them questions.
Right.
Not just sat there, yelled and berated at them.
Right.
And, how dare RFK and Tulsi Gabbard, how dare they split from the Democratic Party? Reminds me of somebody, Elon Musk, when he separated from the Democratic Party. Oh, wait. Right. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Oh, my gosh. He separated from the Democratic Party.
Right.
Trump separated from the Democratic Party.
That's right.
Every last one of them, as soon as they separate, they become the enemies of the state.
Yeah.
Well,
I tell you, I left Democrat. Yeah, I left the Democratic Party a long time ago. Actually, they left me, but it was for the best. They were going in a direction I couldn't stand. And this was back when the Tea Party first came out.
Yeah.
Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah, right. And that's
Well,
that's a whole, and they just had a latest poll come out. I mean, the Democratic Party's been the most unpopular they've been since, I don't know,
probably since Reconstruction.
It's probably the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, Jim Crow. It's Jim Crow.
They were pissed off the Republicans ever since the Republicans freed their slaves.
Yeah. Made them mad.
That's
made
right.
Them mad.
That's exactly right. Well,
they don't hold a grudge though.
No.
Just act.
Yeah, right. Of course. Of course. But yeah, and I'll tell you, that poll came out and they need to get it. They got out of touch with normal Americans, and I don't know what else to say. And the ones the naysayers on the left that are still trying to cling to that ridiculous progressivism,
right.
I don't know what to tell them.
How bad has your party gotten when Bill Clinton looks like Reagan? Damn, I mean,
here's the thing. Bill Clinton's biggest problem was he found the only Jewish girl in the world that couldn't get a stain out of a fucking dress.
Right,
man.
Right.
Well, and I tell you,
I met Bill a long time ago. When I first met Bill, he was president-elect. And, I was still a Democrat at that point in time. He was a very nice guy. I got along with him. Didn't get along with Hillary at all. Whoa, she tried to get me fired. But that's a different story. Bill wasn't bad. And if you look at some of the policies that he actually had, getting the illegal immigrants out and everything else, he was along the party lines that actually the Democrats have, disappeared from, and the Republicans actually have taken up now. Right. And the Republicans are taking up because look at who's in charge of the Republican Party right now is a lifelong Democrat.
Right.
And he's brought over a bunch of Democrats to help him out because the Democratic Party left each and every one of them in turn. Each and every one of them high and dry.
Right.
Well,
and they just don't get it.
And I think they need to start getting it, because if they don't, they're going to continue to, I hope, be on the losing end, right?
Okay. Well, see now, I because of what I used to do and still do, they won't be on the losing end. They will still have their strongholds, Southern California.
Right.
Republicans have no chance in hell of capturing Southern California unless 15-minute cities actually start popping up in the burned-out LA area, like Palisades, and places like that.
Well, I'll tell you, Trump got some great play in the Palisades, tearing up Karen Bass, right?
Yeah, but you could. I mean, come on, you could tear Karen Bass up all day, and these fucking retards in Hollywood will still reelect her.
They will. They will. That's right.
I mean, that's a fact of frickin' life.
When it comes time to vote,
still reelect them.
When it comes time to vote, that's what you'll hear in Los Angeles.
Well, they'll forget about all that.
Yeah, I mean, because.
And I tell you,
not only that, but who's the strongest Republican down in the Los Angeles area? Nobody.
Well, of course not. Well, the Democrats with their
if there was,
majority.
we would have heard about them by now.
Right. They'd be going after.
That's just like up in Chicago.
But I have a little faith because
you
California,
can have faith all you want.
Well, no, California in our lifetime. I mean, in my lifetime, California was Republican red, buddy, with Reagan.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Reagan came out of there. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger come out of there, but he's changed a lot.
Yeah.
You had all of these really, really strong Republicans, but that died out starting in 1993.
Right.
So,
right.
Once 1993 hit, they turned around and they started voting for.
What
was that?
Oh, no. Go ahead. Did I lose
But
you?
yeah, starting in 1993, I'm here.
I hear you.
Are you there?
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Got you.
Okay. Yeah, starting in 1993, the Republicans lost their grasp on, Hollywood, and that's because of the generation that started coming up and replacing all of the older, the older folk.
Right.
Gone were the times of, the spaghetti westerns. Gone were the times of the old Ronald Reagan era movies,
Right.
and things
John
like that.
Wayne.
They started looking more towards the younger generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you got rid of those old staunch Republicans that were all for a strong United States government and everything else, and the ones that were actually propping up the war effort and everything through World War II,
right.
Korea, and Vietnam, once you got rid of all of them, Democrats took over completely, and they've got one hell of a stranglehold. There's nobody.
Oh, they definitely have that super majority going. That's for sure,
And y'all, and you look.
Yeah, and super majority is an understatement.
Boy, you're not kidding.
And your your old Hollywood, most of those guys were World War II veterans. A lot of them were veterans.
Absolutely.
And now it's just like no service to the country. Don't ask what what your country can do for you. Ask for what you can do for your country. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's exactly the opposite now.
Yeah, and I think it's all just, they, like I said, they need to get on the stick and realize that November 5th, they can talk. We said it last show. They can talk all they want about it not being a mandate, but America gave him a hammer and wants him to bust some stuff up, buddy. That's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, but for every bit as much as America gave them the hammer, they also turned around and gave the mighty felling sickle to your senators and your congressmen that were reelected that are just rhinos. Now, when I was growing up and everything else, when I first entered the military and stuff like that, I didn't understand how bad the rhinos actually were. But these rhinos are usually elected in Democrat-run areas on a Republican ticket.
Right.
Because the Democrats know for a fact that these Republicans are going to turn around and go their way to get the war effort machine.
Yeah.
Their Lockheed Martins, their Raytheons, their General Electric, all of these places that actually do the war effort type of machinery are located in these areas.
Right.
And they know that they can't survive without these rhinos. So they vote them in.
Well, they better get with this DEI, because I loved it. They're giving Trump grief with the DEI stuff. Oh, because you know what time it is, buddy. We have to talk about it a little. It's got to.
Got to do the dance.
You could have done the dance to that song. We have to worry about copyright infringement issues, buddy. We're a huge platform.
Right. It almost sounds like Up All Night to Get Lucky.
That's right.
Anyway.
But yeah,
Daft Punk.
Speaking of Trump, they busted on him, and of course the reporters, ask him, is he gonna, want to talk about rescinding his thoughts about firing, like the DEI stuff and firing FAA workers and other federal workers for not returning to office. What the hell is FAA workers doing working? Get your ass out in the airports where you belong.
Hey,
see, here's the thing. Okay. So if you look at it, and I've been crunching the numbers for the past day and a half, and in reality, of the 2 million people that they sent this email to, the majority of them actually have to show up at work. FAA workers, they got to show up.
Right.
Critical. The only ones that don't are the managers that actually handle like their computer systems, stuff like that. they've been operating from home. But the ones that are in the tower, they have to show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this
So
is
your critical. Yeah, your critical
sure.
people actually have been showing up. So these are just the idiots that are out there, these hyper liberals and everything else that took advantage of the past 5 years. And they're like, I'm watching on X, and you have all these people on X, and they're like, "Well, I'm not showing up." Well, fine.
Well, yeah, go work somewhere
Good
else.
luck. Sign the paperwork. Reply to the email, because that's all you have to do is reply and say, "I resign." And they'll give you your 8-month severance package, and they'll pat you on the ass and say, "Have a good time," and we'll give you reference.
Yeah, well, it was obviously the 5 to 10% buyout. I think they were talking about, and OMB estimated it'd save. They expect. Well, no, they offered to buy out, and they expect 5 to 10% of the workforce to take advantage of it because they don't want to go back to the office.
At the least, they're saying 3.5%, which is going to save roughly $2.5 billion per year.
Yeah,
which is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on with this plane crash. That's for sure. Let's take a look. What the heck is going on with
I don't know. Was that FAA guy working? Was the air traffic controller working remotely? And he just got up to go get
he was working.
He was working coffee.
He was working at home on his dial-up internet.
They were actually there. They were actually there. But what came out immediately, and this is a credit to Sean Duffy. Sean Duffy just came into office yesterday. He got sworn in yesterday.
Right.
And already he's coming up with answers, and he's like, look, that tower was short at least one person. This person that was directing the traffic of not only this aircraft, but this helicopter was doing the job of 2 people.
Well, there's all kinds of issues with this crash. Let's see what they were saying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Repetitive instance of malfeasance. That's what we're talking about.
And it's always the former guy that's able to tell them. It's never an active air traffic controller who's still employed. Of course not. It's always retired or former. I mean,
that's
you
right.
got to be free to speak, but you can't speak.
That's because under the last. Yeah, but you have to remember, under the last administration, the Biden administration, whistleblower status was blown out of the water.
Right.
They almost had a super majority in determining if a whistleblower, so they were denying whistleblower status. Yeah. So the only way you can become a whistleblower is retire first, then
who are we kidding?
Oh, jeez.
If you whistleblow while you're active,
you're done.
There is a lot of shit they can do. They could put you in prison for crimes you didn't even commit that you have to plead guilty to, or they're going to fuck up your family.
Because George and I wouldn't dare whistleblow while we were active.
That's right. That's right. We would never whistleblow.
Nothing to see here. Nothing.
That's right.
Here.
Well, Grim, thanks for calling in, buddy. We're gonna get ready to finish up this show, man.
I appreciate it.
Wonderful evening. Thank you.
Hey, you too, buddy.
You guys have a wonderful.
And make sure you subscribe.
Grim is great.
That's all of us. Grim, make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. I love Grim. I feel like he knows so much more Hey, and the input and everything, just to me, I love that. I love that, hearing from somebody like that.
Yeah, no, well, we really appreciate it. And in fact, he was actually, look, if you hadn't had a chance, make sure you go ahead and give me and Drunk Doug, we're working hard curating the news. Give us a follow on X at Cav Literature and at Doug Brown 5000. And of course, here on Rumble. At After Hours Live, give us a follow, and our YouTube congratulatory channel at After Hours Live show. Get over there, come on. It's all about, we need to afford liquor for this gig. I don't understand what everybody doesn't understand, but it is. And actually, look, I'm going to give it to Grim. He was the first person, to ever purchase merchandise from us, buddy. And you know, so he can attest some high quality pint glasses to join the show with, buddy.
That's right. That's right. A true follower. We love that.
But check out our merch store in the description of the show too. Golly. But I tell you what, this has been. He's exactly right. You know, when he called in, he's not wrong.
I mean, obviously,
he's not wrong.
I was not involved. So years ago, at my day job, I was in the middle of something not bad, but something that our industry really didn't want to publicize so much. And the first thing they told me was, "You can't talk to anybody." You know, and my phone was ringing. Newspapers were calling, wanting to know about the incident. And they're like, you know, you can't talk to anybody. You got to refer them to your communications people. I'm like, okay. And I understood that. And for obvious reasons, you don't want to do something like that when you're active. And I mean, even after we're retired, now I just don't care. It's not like when you and I retired, we're like, oh, we got to start talking to people and get the word out. There ain't no word to get out. We just wanted to retire. I don't give a crap about that anymore. I really don't. And it's so nice. I didn't retire so I could say, well, now I can speak freely without any fear of retaliation. No.
Don't lie, because we didn't speak freely until we retired.
We were so critical while we were working, but then when we were retired, we're like, we don't care. Like I don't care enough to even tell anybody anything crazy that happened, because you just don't care.
I agree. I agree, but I tell you what, we missed the boat. See, we retired too early. We missed the boat. Like this latest story. Look, things are moving and shaking in D.C., buddy. The Defense Intelligence Agency reportedly pausing all DEI programs and observance of Pride Month, among others.
God. But I guarantee you, our day job will not probably back up on that. They'll just continue on. So when the tide turns back the other way again one day, they'll be like, hey, we never gave up on you. We never gave up on you. I guarantee they won't be as forceful to the employees about participating in that stuff. But don't think for a minute every June they're not going to post something on the social media where they completely support everything about you.
Well, oh, yeah. And this is an interesting letter. Defense Intelligence Agency will pause all activities and events related to agency special emphasis programs effective immediately and until further notice. Additionally, special observances hosted throughout the year by the command element, directorates, and special offices are also paused. These include observances related to the following. In January, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. In February, Black History Month. In March, Women's History Month. In May, the Holocaust Day, Days of Remembrance.
Oh, we got to throw the Jews in
also,
now.
They're out. That celebration's out
remember
too.
that never happened. Okay, whatever.
Also in May, the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
That's out too.
No more hula dances at DIA
So
right
if
now.
one group suffers, everybody's got to suffer.
I assume
my
this is
gosh.
yeah, that's what it is. They balanced it out. It's equity.
It's equity in the other direction. That's right. That's right.
They've equaled out. They just won't celebrate anybody.
Well,
who else? What else is out the window at the Defense
think about,
Intelligence
well,
Agency?
I guess Women's Achievement Month, whatever month that is.
Well, no, that was already there in March. Women's History
Isn't that
Month's
at least
out.
a couple of days
But
every
as
month?
Let's see.
That's terrible.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's terrible.
You're gonna get it. That's it. We just lost 4 viewers, Doug. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, if we didn't love that game, we wouldn't be married. We're totally committed.
But what else is going here? Let's see. Pride Month. Juneteenth is out the window.
No kid.
Women's Equality Day in August, just like you said, that's out. National Hispanic Heritage Month. National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
No more wheelchairs. No more feeling sorry for wheelchairs. Get back to work.
National American Indian Heritage Month out in November. The pause won't affect federal holidays, though, but they've paused all the agency resource groups and affinity groups and employee networking
MLK
groups.
is a federal holiday, so there still has to be a recognition for that.
Well, it says it's not affecting the federal holidays. What they're canceling is all the resources they put towards celebrating all these things.
So like our old day job, encouraged to the point of pressuring people at the headquarters in a certain state in the Southeast into participating with the Pride Parade in downtown, a city that burned by Sherman. I don't want to give it away. Anyway, so that
was pretty vague of you, drunk Doug. That was.
I just said very vague. So, but they not only encouraged it, they would pressure people in the building to go out and participate in it. And I know this firsthand. And the person just felt like, I feel like if I didn't participate, like I was going to be outcasted for any future promotion or recognition in the department I was in. And I just think that was kind of, if people like, hey, if you want to participate on a Saturday when you're off, that's your off day. Do whatever you want to do. If you're a Monday through Friday person and they're having a parade on Saturday and you want to, we don't tell you what to do on the weekend, but we're not going to pay you a day off when you should be at work to go participate in something like that. And you think about it, most of the parades and celebrations are probably on the weekend anyway. That's your off day. That's your off days. You do what you want to do, but we're not going to pay you to be out there marching when other people are sitting in the office building having to work. So I think I get what you're saying. I think they will still post things in recognition online because they figure we're not going to get in trouble for posting things online and our support of these things, but we're just not going to disrupt our business. But I think private industry will still be involved with a lot of that celebration type stuff, minus now they're going to have to watch who they promote and promote anything like that, because that's just going to be a shift in the way maybe they do things. And maybe it won't matter. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe companies can say, hey, we're still going to post something in June. Okay, as long as it does not sway a promotional opportunity or something obvious, you can put whatever you want to on social media. It's not like if you put something on X and the government's not going to come in. But you have to be careful about that, because now you open the door for people to say, well, if DEI is gone, well, I was discriminated against, so I'm going to file suit. So people's reaction to this is going to be weird for a little bit.
We just got to get back to normal.
We do,
and
we
it's
do.
like, just
You're
like
right.
it's about asking the questions that matter. Just like at the Senate confirmation
Right.
hearings. And I tell you, the cabinet's taking shape. But did you see, during RFK Jr.'s Senate confirmation hearing, Megyn Kelly was sitting behind him, and she was laughing because, like Bernie Sanders, like, do you support this T-shirt? Do you support this T-shirt?
And don't forget, like RFK's wife, Cheryl Hines, is sitting behind it. And the entire time I'm watching her reaction, and she's just like looking away like, are you kidding? It's like, no, how about this? You're a Hollywood actress. This is what these people do to you when you turn your back on them. They are savages when you turn your back on. And now she's seeing how these people are. And sadly, to a certain extent, she's probably blackballed in Hollywood. But I mean, it's sad.
What do you want? But let's see what Megyn Kelly had to say on Sky News. She's been talking. She's laughing. Our emojis look good, buddy.
I was just thinking, mine really bothers me. Am I that fat? My man boobs are really showing up on that one. I got to lose some weight. I am looking like.
She is absolutely right. That's the definition of insanity, buddy. Is you're not gonna. You can't keep doing the same things without
expecting different results.
It's the definition of insanity, and that's where we were.
Exactly.
That's where we were.
All they have, if they want to win the White House was theirs to win. All they had to do is be reasonable. Quit bowing down to every fringe left-wing group. Just be reasonable, and you'd be in the White House right now. You'd be in there right now.
Oh,
how stupid do you have to be?
It's crazy.
You had it laid out in front of you, and you screwed it up.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. This is definitely an interesting. We got to get these three through, buddy. We got to get these three through.
If those three can get through, then whatever about the rest of it. But those three have to get through. Absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it took
especially Kash.
They tried to go crazy on Hegseth, but you're looking at your new Secretary of Defense, buddy.
That's massive. I would say Patel. Excuse me. I would say Patel is the second most important behind the Secretary of Defense is Patel. Because that garbage has got to be cleaned up. Just got to be cleaned up.
Oh, goodness. Well, I tell you what, again, the news is coming so fast, buddy. We can't go off the air, buddy. That's the problem. We can't go off.
We can't be all. I hate that I missed that time that I was sick. It was driving me crazy. But I mean, that was just like a normal week. But it's so compounding now that you can't be away much more than a few days before it just starts piling up with this crazy garbage.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just like I said, the news is pounding. After Hours Live is here for everybody. Oh, my goodness gracious. So please, by all means, don't forget, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, follow us on X at Cav Literature, at Doug Brown 5000. Get us to that 5 million impression mark. And
shout out to Haha Spa, who is on our chat tonight. That's
right, buddy. That's right.
where the post is like, Patel knows where the bodies are buried. You dang right. That's exactly right. They are so nervous.
That is why.
That's a great comment because that's exactly right.
And everybody else, look, please follow us on Rumble, After Hours Live, YouTube, After Hours Live show. Get over there.
Get over there.
We're here to have fun.
There. What's wrong?
And if you need After Hours Live, look, this is me and producer Drunk Doug. After we take care of our show duties, we on our back deck with our cocktails and our cigars or whatever. We discussing hot topics and news like we're Joe America. We're Joe America.
Granted, when it warms up, I may have to move my studio out to the back deck because I'm unable to partake in cigar smoking inside the house.
I know. I got yelled at too, buddy. Don't worry about it. I understand.
Febreze.
Yeah. Ozium, again, non-paid spokesperson. Not non-paid spokesperson, but for you smokers out there that when you rent a car, get you some of this, buddy.
Oh my gosh, that is so. Hey, I've got a friend of mine who was my son's old boss, and we still cut up and talk and I hear from him. And he gets in a rental car. I need to have him on the show one night. He is crazy. He gets in a rental car, and what he does, he gets in, he goes right back inside and says, somebody's been smoking in this rental car. Do you want another one? No, it's okay. And then he gets in there and smokes the whole time in the rental car. But he said, I do that so that covers me when I turn the car back in. And I'm like, that is beast mode. That's called beast mode, people. Learn from the masters.
Well, everybody stay tuned. Give us a follow. And by all means, check out our merch store in the description of the show. Look, we got great t-shirts. And like I told you, we got the hot ladies tanks coming, buddy.
Nice.
So that y'all support the show, buy us a coffee, whatever, at our link. But look, by all means, just join us. But yeah, you need to wear the tank top. I'm buying you a female tank top for one of the shows.
People be like, check that out. That would be real sexy if he didn't have hair all over his chest.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Well, it's been another good night. And I tell you, everybody hit the notification bells. Come by all means, whether you support the show or not monetarily, come join the show and have fun with us on our back deck. There's a lot of news to talk about, and we like to talk about it like normal people, not crackpot.
Love it.
That's
right.
So come on, let's Jerry Springer Super Steve it out of here, buddy. We're at our hour.